right, so this is our let's chat moment that we just do. So I picked like several topics, so I'm gonna just go by the ones that I remember offhand.
Okay.
The first one was the setting boundaries in a relationship and how difficult or not difficult that is for you. Well, I don't think it's difficult for you, but I don't. I'm not you, so I can't answer that.
So why don't you answer that first then?
I mean, because I feel like my boundaries before you, it was you crossed one line. That was it. It was more so. It's not that I didn't have boundaries. Just a lot of shit pissed me off real quick. So I don't necessarily think that was like boundaries. That was just me like not caring and just having a fiery attitude. I guess you could say.
Yeah, basically,
I mean, I don't
give a fuck.
Yeah, definitely, I don't give a fuck. But was it like you have to unplug that because mine's is in there, or just take the whole thing out.
I thought it was more than one.
Yeah, but you don't have the right socket thing for that. You had to unplug
Oh,
mine.
okay. Thanks. Got it.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like I can't really answer that question. And then in this relationship is you set all the boundaries, so I'm just abiding by the boundaries. Like,
say it, the way you say it just sounds so crazy. Like, what do you mean?
You set the boundaries. Like, I didn't come in here with a boundary. Like, before we even got into the relationship, you had already set boundaries. Like, it was already like, this is the line, and you cross it if you may like to. It'd be the last line that you cross.
Yeah, but I never came off. That's what I always said to you. It wasn't like I came off like you got to do this or you won't have a relationship with me. I just always put it out there as, I mean, hey, we see two different sides of the spectrums, but that's what makes us who we are in a relationship, because I got a different perspective on something, you have a different perspective, but then we always manage to come together to make it make sense for one another. So we basically the task, the real task at hand when we first started dealing with each other was understanding each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I came with baggage, you came with cargo. All right. I'm just saying, we both came with some type of baggage, right? So at the end of the day, it was like, how can we meet each other in the middle where we don't offend each other or we don't play off each other's past traumas? And a lot of my traumas came from, to be honest, I felt lonely a lot. And so me trying to fill that void of loneliness, even though I had my mom and my dad and my brothers and my sisters and grandma, etc., I still always felt lonely. Like, I always felt like, damn, I had to always have a friend, always had to be around people, always tried to be in a relationship to fill that void. And even in my previous marriage, I felt the same way. Like, it was like I was never content. And I was never content because I was still basically understanding myself and finding myself.
So
I went through so much transitions.
Do you think that's like where your setting boundaries came from?
Yeah, absolutely. Because at some point, you got to realize, like, nigga, at the end of the day, you the prize. Like, everybody's gonna feel like they're the prize, but you gotta come into your situation that I'm the prize.
Yeah.
You can't walk into the situation already feeling like you defeated. And boundaries for me is a big thing because whenever I've learned from everything that I do is based off of experience. It's not based off of speculation. It's not based off of what I may think or what I may have seen. It really is based off of what I went through. So for me, it's like I tried that, not setting boundaries and not going based off of what I believe, my beliefs. And that went left. And things spiraled out of control.
But I mean, even before we got into the relationship, like me being your employee, you had boundaries as a boss. Like 3 people, no more than 3 people could be in the office, and you was one of the 3. So that means only 2 people could be in the office, and everybody couldn't talk. Like,
So-
and then if one more person come in, another person gotta go out.
So that also comes from structure. I'm very structured. So it's like, for me, remember what I was dealing with. I had a lot of elements that I was dealing with while being in the office. I have to count money. I have to make sure that the numbers is right on this spreadsheet. I have to make sure that everybody closeout is proper. I have to make sure that all of these different elements. But then here, everybody come in the office, crowded, loud, cursing, playing, play fighting, doing a whole bunch of nonsense. And that used to throw my whole thing off. And you already know. I get thrown off of my game. It's like, it's the end of the world. It's like, oh, damn. Now I got to start all over. Damn, now I got to recount. Damn, now I got to do this. Now I got to backtrack to make sure I got every single thing right before I walk out that door. Because I didn't want no phone calls in the morning. I didn't want no phone calls.
So you feel like with the structure and the boundaries gave you like a better understanding and a better setting for this relationship, something that you didn't have in your previous?
Yeah. Well, yeah and no, because yeah, in a sense, it made me better at anything that I involve myself in. So friendship, relationships, whatever, business, partnerships, whatever. It made me better at time management, at being on top of everything possible to cross my T's and dot my I's. Just making sure that whatever I say is gonna get done, gets done. Then going into this relationship, it was like, all right, cool. Now I just gotta understand. I gotta really figure her out. I really gotta read her. I really gotta understand, the do's and the don'ts with her. And you had a lot of don'ts. So
I don't think I had a lot of don'ts. I just think I'm like an onion, and I had a lot of layers. And as long as you peel them back, they're not don'ts. It's just the type of female that I was prior to you, or like prior, and then the female that I was growing into, the like finding the woman in me, being tired of certain shit that I did, how I acted, my attitude. Like I said, it was one of those things. Once again, you set that boundary, you came with that structure, and it was like, fall in or fall out. But whatever you gonna do, you cannot do both. Like, you cannot be here and be there. Like, you're not gonna be wild today and then tomorrow you calm. No, because what you did yesterday, I'm gonna remind you today. Like, so that's why, like, I picked this topic, because I feel like it gives us a chance to kind of go back into like our history so far, and just see where we both have changed and grown for each other in the sense of this relationship. Because I do feel like the more that you did peel back those layers and still do peel back those layers, you become a little more lenient. Like, the boundaries, they're still there, but they're just not like, I serve. Like, it like like, it's just not so strict. And for me, like I said, like, I just always had this thing, like, I don't want to listen to nobody. Like, this is my life. I'm not listening. But like I said, I never wanted a man to lead me because I always felt like if I allow a man to lead me, I'm gonna be led in a fucking ditch.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the examples that I saw. So based upon everything that I saw, like, of course, did I want it to be possible? Like, oh, I could have this man that like leads and provides and this, that, and the third. Yeah, like it was always something that I wanted. Like, what woman don't want to be treated right? Like, now the ones that want to be slapped around shit like that a little bit, like, something wrong with you too. Like, something wrong with the both of y'all. Nonetheless, I've been in those situations, like I said, without having the proper guidance for relationships, friendships, things of that nature. But then, like I said, being with you, and you peeling back those layers and you understand it, is become a little more lenient. It's still very strict around here. When I say that, I don't say it in a bad way. Like, it's like that little trim. It was like when your boyfriend's showing you your homegirl's acting up and you like, get it. You like, no, don't get it. Don't get it, girl. Go home. Like, it's like, it just shows you a different way of life of getting the same things that I had, but in a different way. Like, the love that I had from previous people, I feel like it wasn't wholeheartedly genuine. And then to have genuine love. So, like, yeah, I got love all over the board. But to have genuine love and then have love with conditions is different. But also, like I said, that comes with boundaries. That comes with structure. And these are things that I'm just now discovering. Because, like I said, not that I didn't have no boundaries or no structure and I want niggas to walk all over me or vice versa. I walk all over them. But I have been in situations where I've done the walking and I got walked on.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's because, like I said, there was no boundaries or anything set. So now, well, I have no reason to set no boundaries. Like I said, there's no after this. Like, there's no boundaries to be set. And I feel like I don't have to set any boundaries in our relationship because you are already a structured boundary setting man who's very headstrong. There's no swaying you, not even from me. If I say, oh, babe, can we go get drunk today? Why did you want to get drunk? What are we getting drunk for? What is drunk gonna do for us? Like, it's like, so it's just like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to even do it. Not because it's like, oh, it's so strict around here, but it's just more so like, is this really gonna help us do anything? Like, you're just so driven and structured, and you know what you want, how you want it, and I feel like that comes from like those boundaries. Like, it's like like the word boundaries is like an umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
then it's like, yeah, so
absolutely.
So it's like one of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely understand the part where you say strict, but I just hate the word strict because it sounds like I'm just this like strict ass man that's like, nothing. You can't be this way. You can't do this. You can't.
No, that's not you.
But
if I say, babe, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to wear this and I'm going to have my titties out, whatever, you're like, okay. So whatever attention that you get from having your titties out and your butt, the bottom of your butt crack showing, whatever happens to you, what happens to you. Like, you just go outside, you wear it. At that point, make a motherfucker not want to wear it. Because you like, well, what is going to happen to me? Who's going to come get me? And then if I call you and say, babe, oh my God, these men is, well, I did tell you if you go outside wearing you did like, and it's just like, you know what? Like, at that point when you really sit back and you think about everything, you just be like, I'm not going to do it no more. I don't want to do it. It's no point in doing it because you know why it's no point in doing it? Because you let the lesson teach the motherfucker instead of you teaching the motherfucker the lesson. And it's like, sometimes that's not what I be asking for. So that's what I mean by like, it's strict around here. It's like you say stuff to make a person like think and just be like, you know what? It's good. I'm all right. Like, it ain't even that real. I don't need to wear it.
And it's funny that you say that, just because, like I said, that's someone that I wholeheartedly eventually grew into being, because without those boundaries and without being that way, I was very much so always in some type of chaos. And I'm a person that's non-confrontational.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
It's crazy. But I was a person that non-confrontational, but I was always in some type of chaos or some type of friction just due to the company I kept. I dealt with alcoholism. You know, mentally, I was all over the place. I was depressed, and I didn't even know I was depressed until, like, I really went to therapy and figured out, like, where I started becoming depressed and why was I depressed and what I was doing to myself and what I was putting other individuals through as well while I'm being depressed, you know. And then one thing I did learn about myself is sometimes, nigga, you're not always right. And I would think that I'm right, and then when I get checked about it, I feel away. And I'm like,
absolutely, because we've had slight moments where I didn't want to check you, but I had to, for the sake of me, like who I was and how I was coming, I had to just kind of put that out there for you to just to understand, like, my emotions when I started not coming to you so emotionally. I started coming to you more logically. And you was like, but I'm not always right. But the fact is that you, like, for the 9 times out of 10, you are right. So why am I about to sit here and come to you with something and then all you're going to do is give me the logical standpoint from it? And it's like, okay, well, you know what? He right. And this is why he right. He right because I came in here hot, crying, on 10, ain't think about nothing, just started swinging. Now motherfuckers laying out on the ground, or I ain't got no friend, or whatever. All he gonna say was, all you had to do was just go take a little 5-minute break, compose yourself, this, that, and the third. But me having to explain to you, like, I don't run off of logic. I'm not wired like that. Like, I had to keep explaining to you, like, you're wrong. Not telling, like, you're wrong, but I had to keep explaining, like, I don't know how to operate like that, to where now that's solely how I operate. And you be like, well, why you not saying nothing? Because I ain't got no logical explanation. I just got an emotional one. And I think it's kind of hard for you to, like, fully understand that boundary with me, that emotional setting where it's like, remember I told you, like, sometimes I just need a hug. I just need you to hear me. I'm just a girl. Let me cry. I'm going to cry. I'm going to have a fit, whatever. I'm going to figure it out. But I have to cry first. Like, that is, it's like, it goes in order. Step 1, cry. Step 2, eat some ice cream. Step 3, come ask for a hug. Step 4, go wash my ass and think in the shower. And maybe some more crying. Step 5, come back out and be a bad bitch and figure it out. You wasn't getting it at first.
Yeah, at first I wasn't getting it because I've dealt with so much emotional, traumatizing shit that it was just like, oh gosh, here we go, more emotions.
Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to run off of? Oil?
No. I'm just saying though, where that stems from for me. And then you gotta remember, like, my mom's is really a strong black woman, right? And my moms don't really show no emotion. My mom's just now, like, really started showing emotion as we got older. Like, she'll cry in front of us.
But I feel like there's a time and era for women, black women, Hispanic women, because, like, I've never seen my grandma cry.
Yeah.
The first time I saw my grandma cry is when her sister passed away. And I was so caught off guard because I've never seen my grandma cry.
Yeah.
I've never seen my mom cry. The first time I saw my mom cry was, like, when she, like, completely really started sobering up and was being more open about, you know, how she felt about me and my sister and being a mom and being apologetic for her mistakes and things like that. So, like, I never seen women cry either. And still to this day, I probably think I seen my dad cry one time. And it was, like, a couple little tears and...
So that's one thing about my dad.
You know,
my dad, I always seen the emotional side of my dad. Because my dad...
He's a cancer. We cannot help us. Crybaby cancers.
He literally, but he's also a man of logic. But I will always see the emotional side of it first before the logic.
Yeah.
his logic comes after the emotional.
Absolutely.
So
That's what I said. It's okay. So maybe it's a cancer thing. Maybe it's good. I don't know. But step one is definitely we gotta cry. That's step one. We have to cry.
yeah, because that was the what the
Sorry, I was about to Wizard Kelly you.
no. I see. I see. So like really experiencing that. I learned like navigating through that was like, oh shit, okay, so I understand and see where that stems from. Of course, everything really does stem from your parents.
No, absolutely, and that's why I always wanted to like really understand and get to know like how you got to the point where you got with like the setting the boundaries in our relationships. One, I do understand I need the boundaries. I was a little wild puma cat. I can't really say I'm a cougar and I ain't a young tender, so I'm a puma. I came to you as a puma cat. And I had some ways. But ultimately, like I said, like it just the boundaries in our relationship, I did feel like came from a good standing point.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know, I mean, for the sake of this topic, this is why we're going through it, but like I know now wholeheartedly why we are where we are, why you are where you are, and how I have adjusted and adapted to it, and how I now maneuver. I know my vocabulary ain't what you like, but I be explaining what I'm trying to say. So I think you be getting my drift. Like
I get it.
So,
I get it.
I just feel like boundaries is a good thing to have. I appreciate you for giving me those boundaries, for giving me those rules, and for it to be strict around here. Because you want to know, it's like thank God my mommy let me go sleep around at everybody else's house, because you see what happens when they sleep around at everybody. It's like one of them things like where you're like, what, thank you. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's one of those things like I don't have another word for it, but
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Is there anything else that you wanted to
No, that's our talk, because we're going to do 30-minute episodes. We got to save our topics. I got 10 topics, so this was topic number 1.
Oh, you got 10.
Yeah, I'm like,
get more and more interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So
I like that.
That is our chat time for tonight. I don't know. We may have chat time in the afternoon. We may have chat time in the morning, but it happened tonight. So we'll be back. We'll see you.
Peace.